Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Anabeeb's Catalyst, Reactor Catalyst webinar. My name is Bjorn Reger. I am working for Delta Test. We are partners with Anabeeb since 2007. We are providing inspection services, and today we want to talk about the reactor tube topic. Actually, our company was founded in 1988 in Germany, Hanover, in the north of Germany, by Mr. Werner Siebert and Mr. Eckhard Körner. Immediately, we started working around the world. We are offering our service around the world. We are specialized in tubular inspection, such as boilers, reactors, heat exchangers. We also offer welding inspection for pipelines. We are offering surface inspections, videoscope inspections. But as said, today our topic is the reactor tube inspection. In generally, the reactor tube inspection is nothing else than a tubular inspection, such as a heat exchanger inspection. We divide the inspections by the full length of the tube and the tube sheet areas. But I will come to this a little bit later. So the full length inspection is between the upper tube sheet and the lower tube sheet, inside the inner sides of the tube sheets. As most of the tubes in reactors are ferromagnetic tubes, such as carbon steel, some alloys, or duplex, we have to use a technique which is called saturated eddy current. So the saturated eddy current, the difference to standard eddy current is that we have to magnetize the ferromagnetic tubes down to a permeability of, let's say, 2, as much as you can, until it's saturated. And then the reading will be similar to an eddy current inspection. Actually, we are one of the rarest companies who are providing this service. It needs a lot of experience, and also our probes and everything is developed by our own. But also to this, I will come a little later. On the next page of our PowerPoint presentation, you will find a comparison of all inspection methods which could be used for reactor tube inspection, but every inspection method is bringing its advantages and disadvantages. For example, iris, we could use iris, but iris has the disadvantage that we need to fill the tubes with water, which is in most reactors not possible. Second of all, the cleaning needs to be way more sufficient than for the eddy current technique, and also it's way slower. There is the remote field inspection, which can be done, but it's inaccurate for, let's say, close to baffle plate areas, where we found a lot of defects here, especially in Saudi Arabia, due to vibration. So our technique, the partial saturated eddy current, is actually the inspection method with the least disadvantages and with the most advantages. It is fast, it is reliable, and on our next page you can see what kind of defects we can detect internally as well as externally. We have almost everything is covered, like corrosion, erosion, baffle plate thinning. Holes can be detected. Of course, it depends on the wall thickness and on the audio of the tube. But generally, we say up to 2 for reactor tubes with an OD of around 40 millimeter and a wall thickness about 4 millimeter. We can detect pinholes above 1.5 to 2 millimeter. Just as a little information. Furthermore, we also had defects. We found defects for certain reactors in the tube sheet area, and therefore we have a special inspection technique which is called rotational eddy current. It's a rotating system. It's a rotational system works just for the tube sheet area. It cannot be inspected the same way like the tubes itself because of the tube sheet. This will give us therefore we need to work with our rotational inspection service. For every inspection we are offering, and especially for big projects, we are always offering we always bring our video scope, and this has the advantage for you that when we find defects, we will visualize them. We will make small videos, pictures, even for the cleaning status if we have issues. We don't go like tube by tube for an inspection, but if we have readings, we will confirm those readings by video scope, which will also be later on included with pictures in the report, so that that everybody is aware of our findings, and even people like the higher management, which are not so deep into inspection methods, they understand what's going on and what defects we just have found. Furthermore, we can offer a pressure test. This pressure test is actually a vacuum test, which finds even minor leakings which cannot be detected by eddy current. Until now, it was not necessary because all the defects have been very clear and were very readable by eddy current. But in case you have a very small pinhole, or for example, a small longitudinal crack, which would be very hard to detect, we have our vacuum system so that we also can find minor defects or minor tube failures. As mentioned at the beginning, all our probes are developed by our own, or we also work with Edify. So we have a laboratory, electrical and mechanical laboratory in Germany, where we produce our probes by ourselves. Even if you have a special diameter, you have a special tube setup, we can provide and we can build probes for you for whatever inspection problem you have. Then a word for our reporting. You will get the final inspection report. So you can have, first of all, during the inspection, you can have drafts, inspection report drafts, which just take us 5 minutes to create and forward to you. And as soon as the inspection is done, you will get the final inspection report, which just take us like, let's say, half an hour. So as soon as the inspection is done, this is the moment where you receive the report with all results. You get a tube sheet layout, you get a side view layout from the side so that you can see immediately where the defect's located, on which length of the tube. And so this is what clients always appreciate, that you don't have to wait a day or half day or a couple of hours until you get the report. The report will be forwarded immediately. At least, as we are working since 1988, already worldwide, we have partners all around the world which can support us. We're working with high schools, we're working with the TUV in Germany, and like laboratories around the world, as I said, with Edify in France. So like we have partners all around the world who support us for any kind of inspection problem you might have. All right, thank you for your attention, and I wish you a very nice day.